Welcome to P&K Notes, and I am your host, Lyric.
And I'm your host, P. Smith.
Do you know who you're going to marry at a young age?
Oh, I ain't know.
I knew.
Stalker.
No, you tried it.
I ain't lied. She
You
did.
did. You lied.
No, I did. Okay, tell the folks.
You know I ain't stalk you.
Working at the local KFC on the weekends, and somebody sent their parent.
I didn't wait. Cut. I did not send my parent. I did not send. She went to go get some chicken.
We so cliche right here because we're black and we like chicken. But her mom came to the store to purchase some chicken. And she was looking in the back trying to find this young man.
Oh, my mom wanted to tell my husband. I said, "How?" And she said, "What husband?" And I said, "You'll see him when you get there." I said, "You'll know who I'm talking about when you get there."
Yeah. Now you need to tell them the part about my folks coming home to me, telling me that they met my wife. Now I need y'all to know this was not on my hand, and neither was that on her hand at the time. We were in high school.
So it was two different times. Your dad used to come up to the school all the time, and I guess with the football team, because you play football, of course. Dad used to come up there a lot with the football players, and so whenever I would see him, I would just say, "You know, I'm gonna marry your husband. You know, I'm gonna marry your son, right?" He'd say, "Okay." And then one other time,
yeah, stalker.
I met your mom. Actually, I didn't even know your mom. Had never seen your mom before.
Yeah.
Didn't even know what your mom looked like.
No clue.
I was on a flag line, and we was at the store washing cars, trying to
Raise some money. Fundraising.
for
For uniforms.
our
and
uniforms, yeah. And your mom walked in the store like it was this woman coming up to the door, and I told one of the girls, I was like, "I bet that's Paul's mom." And before I know it, when she got to the door, I said, "Are you Paul's mom?" And she said, "Yes." And I said, "Did you know I'm gonna marry your son?" I had no clue I was gonna say it. It just came out. So it just came out.
And so with it just coming out,
That's not stalking. I didn't stalk you. I didn't say anything to you.
my parents proceed to come home, and they say, "Hey son, how you doing?" Good. 16, 17-year-old young man. I'm just in the refrigerator, honestly, trying to get something to eat because I'm hungry. And they say, "I met your wife today." I said, "Excuse me?" My dad laughs. My mom, who is laughing but has this seriousness to the laugh, which is odd. So for any of you guys out there who, your mama has that serious moment, but she trying to joke with you, but you know she's serious, this is what that moment was. She was like, "Yeah, I met your wife." And my dad's in the background just absolutely rolling. Like this is the highlight of the evening for him. He is in the background like this is just tickling his soul. I'm confused. My mom proceeds, "Yeah, met your wife." This little girl walks up to me and says, "I'm gonna marry your son." I said, "Well, who is she?" She said, "I don't know. Do you?" I said, "How am I supposed to know somebody that says they gonna marry me and you don't know her name and I don't know? I just need y'all to tell me who this person is so that I can stay away from her."
You tried it.
Stop.
I didn't stalk you. I didn't say anything to you. Did I say anything to you? Ever?
Yes.
When?
This is how we ended up together. You called me.
Did. No, but okay. I just called you. I wasn't like at school like stalking you. When? You act like I was calling you every night. Was I? Don't sit up here and lie. You lied. I did not.
She didn't do that. So I guess technically she didn't stalk me, but she kind of put that juju out there that I was hers.
And I did that.
So I guess today our topic is, do you know? And we're trying to find out from you guys. Do you know? At a young age, is it possible for a little youngster to know?
Yeah, it was definitely possible. I got you.
So let's dive in a little bit deeper. So, how did you know?
How did I know?
How did you know?
Okay, so
all the people on this planet.
All the people. So I just knew that we stayed in a small town.
Yes. Agreed.
I was not from that small town. I am from Little Rock, Arkansas.
Not big, by the way.
Not big, but
considerably bigger than where we were at.
Yeah. So when my mom and dad got married, then we moved down to this small town, which is where me and you went to school at.
Yes.
So when I started thinking about who I would potentially marry if I married someone from that school, I just thought it was only you and another guy that I would marry from that school. There was nobody else at that school that I would marry, that I would see myself marrying.
Okay, so I'm going to speak from my perspective. I had no freaking
No idea. No idea.
None. As far as I was concerned, I'm just going to be real with y'all.
He was avoiding me.
That's not true.
You were.
I wasn't avoiding. You was taken.
Ah.
She was.
Oh my gosh.
She was. One day we're going to. She was. No, she tripping. In any case. No. I did not know. As a matter of fact, I had a little childhood crush on another little girl that I thought she gonna be the little girl. She was the little love of my life.
That's how you thought you was gonna marry?
Heck no. She moved out to a different school. Then it was another little girl.
Oh, I don't know who you're talking about then.
Yeah.
I thought I knew who you was talking about.
No, I mean, no. I can't speak for every guy. I can only speak for me. No clue. I did know this. I knew what I was looking for in a woman. I knew my personal ambitions, and I knew that any person that I was going to spend my life with had to be able to match me. Mm-hmm. They couldn't bring me down. And that was one of the things that in my house, my dad and my mom were adamant about. They didn't care about race. They didn't care about how a person looked in terms of tall, skinny, short, fat, whatever. Mm-hmm. They didn't care about those things. All of those are superficial to them. They only required, is this individual going to, first and foremost, love God? Mm-hmm. Secondly, are they going to be somebody that can uplift you? And by uplifting you, they simply, it comes across as, from my perspective, it came across as being someone that could help me with my dreams as well as me help that individual. Mm-hmm. Someone that could be my equal and help me when I couldn't see things that was detrimental to myself. So the balance in part, yin and yang, I guess if some people looked at it from that perspective. Light, dark, I don't know, just my equal, the better part of me. Mm-hmm. So I knew that. I was not a promiscuous young man out there, like promiscuous girl. And with me, I knew that I didn't want that kind of girl. So if you that kind of girl, don't mean that you can't find a guy. There's somebody for everybody, okay? But I knew for me, that's what I wanted, a girl that was a good girl.
Ding.
I wanted somebody that was pretty.
Ding.
I wanted somebody that wanted a family.
Ding.
I wanted someone that love God.
Thing.
So I wanted someone that understood growth, being better from year to year.
Ding.
I wanted someone that had the ambition to grow and get to a wealthy place in life and not be an old person like in your 90s when you get there. Or subscribe to the way that we had saw it be done in my little bitty small.
You just want to
hometown.
enjoy your money while you're here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I checked all the boxes. He didn't even know he wanted me, but he did.
true statement. True statement. And I did, folks, tell her every day for more than 2 years that I loved her for real, long before we ever dated. True statement.
That's true. That's true.
Thank
But
you.
it's a reason why.
Don't mind that. Don't mind that.
It's a reason why you said that.
Just know, your boy did tell her why she's saying that I didn't know. I did. So, in any case, so why did you bring that up today about knowing?
I think it's a lot of things now that we have been together for 23 years
That's a long time.
that we can go back and look and say that we had interaction with each other
Yeah, we did.
and didn't realize that, it played I think some of those played a part in our relationship later. And we didn't realize it. Like, looking back at it now.
That's true.
Yeah.
I guess the first time that I really noticed you was when you was out there kissing some little boy by the little snack shack thing. And when we say little snack shack, so our school, oh God, we came from a little bitty town, guys. So they had this little bitty pavilion that had little vending machines, and we called it the snack shack. Technically, it was not a shack. It was just a pavilion where you could go and buy candy or whatever. And so
Yeah,
I would go there and
snacks.
purchase a Snickers bar every day. I hate Snickers today. I can't stand them. But at that time, they were God's gift to earth. And so I indulged, and I no longer wish to indulge in another one. But I used to see her over there swapping spit with this little boy by one of the little pillars on the snack shack where the duty teachers couldn't see him. That's the first time. That's my first interaction of you. So I don't know how that.
Why you got to tell that story?
Because that's my first interaction.
Oh my gosh.
She was. It wasn't me. Married.
Yeah, tell a story. That don't have anything to do with this.
This is true. But it was my first interaction. It's my first interaction. And then we moved fast forward. The next one would be you running track. I was a track athlete as well. So
I ran like 1 year. And I realized that was not my cup of tea.
So bad.
Hey, I'm a person that I'll try.
She did try.
I try to see what I'm good at. I like to try to see what I'm good at. I'm still like that. If I tried and it ain't for me, then I move on.
Agreed. Now, in all honesty, folks, there's not a lot she's not good at. That's to be honest. But
I wasn't good at this. I'm not good at athletics. I'm not an athlete.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Everything else, though,
I'm not
really
an
good at.
athlete.
But that one. So track was our second interaction. I don't know that we talked much at track meets.
No, we used to sit up there with a group.
Yeah.
That's all.
And we just cordial, but never like, hey girl, how you doing?
No, I think, didn't you go to sleep on my leg or something?
Oh, she had a boyfriend too. I was tired.
Probably not at that time if he was asleep on my leg. Probably not. Probably not. Not if you were asleep on my leg.
It was sleep.
So?
I remember him being mad.
He was always mad about something.
In any case.
In
any case, I was tired. Long day. And so I just went up there and took a nap. Told her, hey, sit down. And she was like, huh, sit down. And I stretched out across the bleachers and laid down, put my little head in her lap, and went straight to sleep. And she woke me up from my event, and I went and ran, and I didn't come back.
You lying, because you taught me how to brush your hair at the track meet.
I did have hair, guys. That's a long time ago, though, so, we got this milk dud now. I hope I shaved it nice, but, there was a point that I had hair. In any case, I guess that would be interaction 2.
Yeah,
or encounter 2.
Yeah.
3 would be...
Well, like you didn't even know, you gotta tell the story about how you showed me how to brush your hair, and then when we got together, I had to brush your hair for something, and you was like, how did you know how to brush my hair? And I was like, I don't know.
Now, this is gonna sound weird, because some people will say, well, it's just brushing hair. But for every brother that's out there, so let me paint the picture. I had those strokes, y'all. I'm talking about, don't let this fool you. That may be the reason that I don't have it now, because I took pride and joy. My hair was always cut, always lined and edged, and I kept it low, but I brushed it all the time and made sure that I had waves all over. And so I brushed it to where it was always a certain direction that I brushed. And the only part that went down was the back. Everything else to the side had a little downward slope. The top went forward, and of course to the next side, kind of a downward slope as well. And so I showed her at the track meet. I forgot I taught her.
I forgot too.
But fast forward when we start dating years later, she brushed my hair because I'm in the mirror getting ready for something, and I was like, how did you know how to do this? And she was like, you showed me.
No, I didn't know. I was like, I don't know.
Oh, well.
So I don't know. I didn't remember that it didn't come back that, that we had thought about later, that's where
I learned
it happened.
So, interaction, next one, fast forward a little bit, but this is all still during high school. I had a little school dance. Somebody asked me to dance. I'm gonna tell the truth.
Yes, tell the story, because if you don't, I'm sure gonna tell it.
I said no. No, I didn't say no. I said not to this song because I had just danced with somebody else and some inappropriates had happened.
You said, I don't dance to fast songs.
Well,
that's what you said.
This is true.
That's what you said. I turned around, got ready to walk off, and a slow song came on.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what happened.
And I said,
and you said,
I did. That's so embarrassing. I did.
I gotta dance with this girl.
I didn't say that. I did not say that. I did not say that. I did not say that.
That was the impression you gave.
I could have potentially gave that impression. I'm gonna be honest. However, to kind of paint the backstory to where that happened, there was several other young ladies whom I had danced with that earlier before you, and they thought it would be nice that we share a kiss.
Yeah, you kissed them.
And so I was tired of kissing other people's girlfriends. Okay? Don't listen. I wasn't a bad guy. I'm just gonna be honest. I didn't initiate. Okay? To any of them. So now to her story. We start dancing. And I thought, this is nice. I'm enjoying myself. I don't feel any pressure. I don't feel like anybody's trying to initiate. And someone wraps their little arms around
I do not remember this part of the story.
Oh, you see this, how she don't remember.
I'm real. Like this is like a debate with us in the marriage. Like I don't. It is. I do not remember this part of the story. I remember every part except for this part.
So we're dancing. And somebody wraps their little hand around my head. Don't slap my head like that. And they just, as the song is going, I got my little hands around her waist. And then she just
You lied. You lied.
No, I'm not. And she kisses me. She initiates. And we're standing out here on this dance floor. Rather than dancing, we're kissing. It's like a makeout session. And the song ends, and I immediately walk over to my brother, my best friend, and another guy that's also friends within the group. And I'm like, hey, we gotta go right now. And they're like, Junior, man, why you trying to leave these girls on you tonight? And you gotta stay around, man. Come on, man. You gotta stay around. I'm like, no, y'all not understanding. This is like girl 3, 4, I don't know at this point, maybe even 5. I don't know. I just know every girl had a boyfriend.
I didn't have no boy. Okay, so here's where we debate. Because he said that I had a boyfriend, and I said, if I had a boyfriend, I did not kiss you. So the stories don't match up. Now, if I did have a boyfriend, I probably did kiss you. So now if you said I had a boyfriend, I did not kiss you.
Whether or not she had one, I don't know. Because I wasn't keeping up with her like that.
Well.
At this point.
Well, I'm just telling you.
But she tried to tongue choke
me. Yeah. I don't remember that part. I wish we had a time machine so I could go back and look at it.
I do too. So and I would want to record it so that I could keep that memory, because here's the deal. I have quietly sat back and let her be told this story by the individuals that was there. My guys.
Yeah.
That you trust.
Yes, but here's the thing. They are your guys. So, like, they could just be having your back. I don't know.
These are the same dudes that I don't trust, first off. There's not... As far as a dude around my wife, I don't really get down like that. I just don't trust like that. But these 3, there's 4 men outside of my dad. And I'll take one off the list because that's my brother. Okay? So, 3 men that I trust my wife to be around, that I'm like, I'm not ever concerned about them saying something, doing something, making it inappropriate. They were there. And they all saw the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever. And those your three. Those yours. You done.
No, so what's the other interactions?
For you, because I got my own.
So I'm thinking the next one would be prom. Me asking you to go out to my raggedy car.
That wasn't prom. That was homecoming.
Homecoming. I'm sorry.
That was homecoming.
Me asking you to go out to my raggedy car to do something for me.
Mm-hmm.
And you actually being able to get in because you had a certain way to get inside the door. Coolest car ever, though. I don't care what anybody say. It's an ugly 71 Ford Torino, big body style, 4 doors, and my grandmother gave it to me. It's my first vehicle I ever owned. But in any case, to get in the door, you had to push the little knob in and lift, then pull, and that's the only way the door would open. I only told her what to do, and she got in. No one else in that entire school could get in my vehicle.
Yeah.
No one else.
When I come back, he wanted me to take he was a captain for homecoming. So he wanted me to take his clothes and put it in the car. So he told me to take his clothes. I took it out there. When I come back, he's like, "You got in the car?" I was like, "Yeah." I'm like, I was thinking in my head, why wouldn't I get in the car?
No one else could get in, folks.
Like, I had no clue of that part. I just was trying to figure out why he asked me what.
No one else. Like, I could leave it. You could leave the car unlocked. No one could lock the other doors, leave the driver door unlocked, and no one could get in.
I didn't know that.
So those are my interactions that I can readily think of. That's like, you've kind of always been in the picture.
Yeah.
So what's yours?
Well, I think the one that stand out to me, the first one was, I think I was in the 9th grade. So I was in the 9th grade. I had a class with your brother.
Okay.
A Spanish class. And he was he had to been 7th grade. Because he, 2 years younger than me?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he had to been 7th grade.
He's really smart, by the way.
So we had a class together, and he used to flirt with me, ask me, come on, let's go out, or let's be my boy, just kind of flirt with me every day. I just remember thinking like it was like, I don't know, this thought just came in my head. I was like, he came from a nice family. That's what I would think of when I was thinking about, if I was going to date a guy. Like, okay, he nice looking, came from a nice family.
Yeah.
He was younger than me, but I was thinking, there's no way. First thought came through my head is, if I ever dated him, I would never have a chance with Paul.
Hell no.
Ever. So I was like, no, I'm good. It was 9th grade. 9th grade. Just so that I could have a chance with you one day. I don't think that's a stalker. I think I just knew what I wanted.
Planned.
Yeah.
Planned out.
Yep.
All right. Next one.
Okay. Well, interactions. Are you talking about? Is this before we got together, or just?
Yeah, like you gotta have before, because you're saying, did you know?
Did I know? Oh no. This could be when we was dating too. I got one. Now this one kind of freaked me out a little bit. So I'm from Little Rock, and he's from a small town called Tiller in Arkansas.
Yeah.
We met each other in school. That's where I moved down, like I said, when my parents got married. So I went to school down there. So I grew up in the same town, but I'm from Little Rock. So majority of my younger childhood years, I grew up in Little Rock. So anyway, he doesn't know my mom's side of the family.
No, none of them.
None of them. Never met him.
Not one. Couldn't have told you.
No.
Any of her siblings.
He only knows the ones, my immediate family. You only knew my immediate family.
You talking about when we were dating? Or
yes.
Yeah. Just your brother, your brother, your sister, your mom, your dad. That's all I know.
He hadn't met my extended family, meaning my grandparents, mom, my grandpa,
No.
none of them that lived in Little Rock, or I just remember we were going out on a date, and you said to me, we were playing, you were joking, so we were playing with each other, and you said, if you don't leave me alone, I'm gonna tell Hazel. You remember that?
Yeah, okay. So we weren't on a date, but we were?
Yeah.
Because it was super.
We was dating.
We was with your parents, though.
No, this is a date. We were on the way to Monticello.
Okay, see,
we were on the way to Monticello. We was on a date, and I guess we were joking with each other. You said, if you don't leave me alone, I'm gonna tell Hazel. And I was like, stopped, and I'm like I think I got quiet. I might have got quiet. I was like, what you mean you gonna tell Hazel? Like, I'm not tripping about the part where he said he gonna tell Hazel. I'm just trying to figure out how he knew my grandma's name. Like, that's my grandma's name. And the reason why it was so unusual is because most people are not named Hazel.
Yes.
Like, it's...
that's old folks stuff,
but there's not many people that's named Hazel.
That's true.
And like, he just came up with the name. I'm gonna tell Hazel. I was like, I think I asked you, how did you know my grandma's name? Mm-hmm. Did I ask you that?
Yes.
And you was like, I didn't know that was your grandma's name.
Okay, so to be honest, I like jokes. And I saw a sign, a road sign that said Hazel, and I thought, that's interesting. Hazel.
Well, first off, I'm going to say, I've been down that road many a time, but I still hadn't seen a sign that said Hazel. What sign are you looking at?
I have no idea, but it was a road sign that said Hazel.
There is not a sign going that way that says Hazel.
I know. I saw a road sign that said Hazel.
Okay.
And to joke with her, I was just like, I'm going to tell Hazel, because I was wanting her to say, who is Hazel? And I'd be like, don't worry about it. But come to find out, Hazel's little grandmother, so I just kept rolling with the joke.
Oh, God. Like, anybody that knows that road from Tiller or McGee going toward Monticello, there is not a sign. There's not a sign there that says Hazel.
This is true.
So I don't know what sign he was looking at.
So it may have been something else, like a sign that I saw previously. But in any case.
See, that's what we differ. I don't look at it as like a sign you saw previously. I look at it as like divine intervention.
Me just being joking.
Yeah. We had a lot of divine interventions that...
All right. So my divine intervention was you kissing me on the dance floor.
Whatever.
Yeah, she got
you. I think that was one.
Okay, what's your next one?
Another one was I have been getting my hair done by this beautician.
Okay.
Same beautician that we used the entire time we were down there. And so when we started dating, we were dating at this time. Yes. So when we started dating, I think she asked me, who was I dating? So I told her your name, and she was like, oh, I know, that's Jenny's son. Now, I knew your mom's name, but I knew her as Geraldine.
Mm-hmm.
So that's her first name. I didn't know they called her Jenny. I was like, I didn't know who she was talking about. Well, come to find out, she used to do your mom's hair. And she had been doing my hair, which was, I thought was a little,
I guess you could say your divine intervention.
Divine intervention.
Same lady doing the ladies of my life hair.
Yep. I had no clue.
What's your next one?
I don't know. Those are the ones that stand out. I know I'm forgetting some.
Probably.
I know I'm forgetting some.
In any case, so do you believe that individuals at a young age or when they meet someone, know instantly this is the person?
Instantly? I think it's things that tell you that.
This is a person.
Yeah. If you pay attention to them.
I got you.
I don't think that you paid attention to them. I paid attention but I'm just that way. I pay attention to things like that.
Obviously, I don't.
No, you don't. Because you was trying to run from me for a while.
I don't run from her now. She may run from me.
So yeah, I think if you pay attention to them, you'll be able to see things like that. If you're,
I guess, sensitive to it.
yeah, if you're sensitive to it.
So, I will say this. Obviously, billion people, I guess, on the planet, millions for sure. Whether or not there's one individual for you or not, I don't know. I mean, that's a lot of people to choose from. I will say this, that you are the only girl that once we started dating that I ever kissed and said, first and foremost, I absolutely enjoyed it. Secondly, I knew after the first kiss I loved you.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's I know that's gonna sound strange to somebody else because you're gonna think, man, that's not love, that's lust.
Cliche.
That's lust. And yes, I did want her. Male with these parts. Naturally, I'm gonna desire what I have with me. But the honest truth, kiss one. I love this girl. Like I didn't want I felt like I found someone that I could be with. And this is not the dance kiss, not so I shouldn't say kiss one because technically that was like
yeah, because I don't remember that one.
Yeah, that's the one
you talking about the date when we was on an actual date.
An actual date.
It was on the
Let's
actual
say
date.
that. So an actual date where she is my girlfriend.
You took me out. That was the very first time you took me out. Yeah,
That's true.
That was the very first date.
She was my girlfriend. She didn't know it.
No.
So
no.
You know something? So that is funny. So all this time she's been sitting there talking about how she knew. I knew after the first date. Nah, you mind. Somebody else over here was tripping.
No, he never asked me. But we did continue. You didn't. We continued to go out on dates. Like after the first date, we kept going out on dates.
Yeah, we've been doing that now for 23 years.
Yeah, we've been going out on dates. So we never stopped dating. And so it was you had been at UAM, which is college. He had been there for a year already. And then I was going over to UAM my first semester. And he never asked me to be his girlfriend.
But we had been seeing each other the whole summer.
Haven't seen each other the whole summer. But
every day.
But on the flip side, your brother was telling me you ain't like me. He was. Okay, he was. He was. He said, I don't know. He said, he don't like you like that. I was like, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? I was like, okay, well, in my head, I was like, I ain't tripping. Ain't gonna be no, hey, we just keep dating or whatever.
So.
But I ain't finna be tripping about it.
She was. To defend myself and my position. There were other young ladies that I was a freshman on campus for a whole year, so I was just starting to figure out, not that I like girls, because that was never a problem.
You wanted to date around.
But I wanted to explore options.
I get it.
But I also wanted to make sure she was mine. And I thought she understood. You my girl. You my one. You the starter on the team. You don't come out the bench. I needed a bench. I need some other players on my bench. But she was my one, and so I guess we just didn't agree on the bench thing.
No, we didn't agree on that. No.
So I just said, well, if I gotta sacrifice the team for the starting player, for the star player, I'm gonna do it. And so it's my number one draft pick. So that's just what I went with, and I fired the rest of the squad.
Well, let me tell them why you fired the rest of them.
Go ahead.
So I was in the lunchroom, coming out of the lunchroom.
Him and calf area.
Yeah. Him and a couple of other guys, football players, were sitting out in the lobby area, I think.
We call it green room or something like that, but it's like a hangout area.
Something like that. I went in there, was coming out. They were sitting in like this lobby area, and he was sitting there. And so one of the other guys said to me, "Hey, you got a boyfriend?" And I just remember looking at him. Now, this is after his brother told me he don't like you like that. He don't even like you. I was like, so he was like, "You got a boyfriend?" I just looked at him and was like, "Nope," and walked off.
That. And to be honest with you, like, it kind of hurt my feelings. Because, like, bro, we literally spend every day together. Like, I go to your dorm room every day. We seeing each
Every
other
day.
Every day. Like, why?
But your brother was telling me you ain't like me.
But this the same brother that told you that you kissed me on the dance floor and you ain't believe me then? You don't believe him then, but you believed him for that?
I didn't know he was telling you that. I don't know. Like, he's been telling you that since we've been married. I don't know. Anyway.
You just choose. She don't want to believe that she was that girl.
He was telling me that he did not like me like that, and I needed to move on. Basically, is what he was telling me.
She move on.
I did no, because a couple of hours later he called me and asked me to be his girlfriend.
Well, no, I ain't called. I did the same thing I always do.
You came over.
I came to your room and I asked. So I gotta ask you to be my girlfriend. And you was like, "Well, you ain't say I was." I was like, "So are you my girlfriend?" Like, it don't.
That's right.
I just need. So
I need some clarification.
let's put this in context. Not weeks, folks. We've been seeing each other for months, every day.
Every day.
Now, I can't speak for every man, but I will say this. As a man, I don't think that I should have to tell you or express to you that I find you to be my significant other. If I'm spending time with you every day, if I'm spending money while we're spending time.
But on the other hand, your brother is telling your brother, this is not a friend. This is not somebody they told me they heard you said. This is your brother that's saying he don't even like you like that. He don't like you. And then the other brother told me you said I was ugly. So like these are the two things I had to go by.
But you, like, that don't make sense.
Just telling you.
Now, why would I date somebody ugly?
I'm just telling you what they told me. I'm telling you what they told me.
Hey, just so y'all know, like, at this point, we weren't even being, like, there was no physical intimacy at this point. No, I wasn't getting the goods. So why would I stick around? Like, if...
I don't know.
This is months, not a month, 2 months. Months. Don't nobody stick it. Don't know.
I don't know what your plan was.
I thought I had a girlfriend. So obviously, somebody didn't know.
No, I was waiting on you to ask me. I ain't gonna assume nothing. I need some clarification.
Well, it's clarified. Just so we get that out there. It's clarified now.
It was clarified. Yeah, when you came a couple hours later and asked me to be your girlfriend. It was clarified then.
It should have been clarified voting.
No.
You should have known voting.
No.
But see, here's it. Okay, so earlier you said you knew that if you married anybody from the area, from that school, from the region that we were in, it was me or one other person that you had considered. These would be the only two people that I would consider. And then you went further on to go and tell my parents that, yeah, you had made your consideration that I was the person. And so now that we are dating, you don't consider or recognize that I'm with the person I said I was going to be with.
Okay, so here's the thing. I knew that we were supposed to be together.
We were.
I was waiting on you to ask me to be your girlfriend. That way, if I found out you would date somebody else, then I ain't got to be like, hey, I thought we was together. I thought we was together. And you say, I ain't asked you to be my girlfriend. Not even going to be none of that. You weren't going to use that one on me.
I would not have done that.
Oh my gosh. We made this official.
It's official. It is official.
It's official.
It's official.
It's definitely official.
It'll be 20 years, 2 years from now. This May is 18 years.
18.
And so you include the time that we've been dating, we've been together 23 years.
23 years.
In any case, folks, I guess you do know, or that it can be someone that's near you or close to you in your life. I guess if you are sensitive
to it,
you can see some signs. But always keep your eyes open. And if you find that person, and you will, I guess you need to make it clear.
You definitely need to make it clear.
Don't just date them.
That's
Spend your money.
That's right.
And spend time with them every day.
That's right. Don't let them put okie doke on you.
I'm just trying to figure out. I think at this point I had actually told you that I loved you.
You did, but I didn't hear you. Only you and your cousin heard it. I didn't hear it. The only reason I know is because you told me later. And I remember the conversation when I said, what did you say? But I didn't hear it at that time.
I'm just saying, guys. Months, and I confessed that I loved her, and she...
Not to me. Okay, I didn't hear it. That don't count. I didn't hear it. And you didn't want me to hear it because you didn't even repeat it when I said, what did you say?
I was nervous that you was going to run out the door and not come back. So I wasn't going to say it again. I was like, I may have scared her off. So I was quiet.
I don't know about that one.
Whatever.
But okay.
Whatever.
I don't know about that one, but okay. That should have been one of your divine moments too.
It was.
That you said you didn't even know it came out. You didn't even know it was coming out. You said it.
That's true.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I just remember you turning around.
And we weren't even dating at this time. We was only going out on dates when you said this.
That's true. But
yeah, we weren't.
That's after I kissed you. I had your little picture in my truck.
Yeah.
We've been seeing each other for maybe a month.
Yeah. Yeah. That's not including the times we used to meet up and kiss.
Okay.
We're not counting them times.
Told you.
Oh my gosh.
And y'all need to know, I did not initiate those times.
I got you. So? What? So?
I just need y'all to know. Somebody that say they knew.
I'm not saying I didn't know. I was trying to get you to see. I need you to know.
I knew.
No, you ain't know because you ain't asked.
It all comes down to asking, folks, at this point. So if you know that person, just if you know, ask for them to be your significant other.
That's right.
Don't assume, because.
And I would say this too, looking back on it, you know, talking to different people that's been together, divorced, with people that they did not know or had a previous relationship with, as far as like I'm saying, like know the person just by knowing they went to school together, you know what I'm saying, things like that. I would say, and I may be putting in my experience, that those make the best spouse.
Somebody that you know.
Somebody that you know because you grow up with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though I grew up with you, even though we didn't date in high school, I knew you before we started dating. So when I feel like that's why stuff started to move really fast.
I think it helps our relationship because there's some similarities. There's some things that we can go back to that are core values that we have, and I think it helps build on our relationship. But for any person or persons that are involved in a relationship, obviously there's many other things that can help build or strengthen that relationship. Obviously, talking to one another, trust, having that open communication, understanding that people change, because we are not, by any stretch of the imagination, anywhere close to the individuals that we were then. We've actually talked and laughed, and I've said multiple times to her while just casual conversations around the house, I don't think that if we had met each other later in life that she would give me a chance. She says she thinks she would. I think I just would have been a guy that she would have been like, hey, nice guy, but
I don't know about that. Because we got the same core values.
True. We do.
Well, we don't have nothing in common. That's what we were talking about earlier.
We don't.
We don't have anything in common. Like, we don't like the same things as far as, like...
She liked to sleep. I don't.
We don't like the same movies. We don't like the same...
TV shows.
Some.
Very
some more classics. We like Martin and... Well, you like some. But, we don't like the same movies. No. We don't like the same hobbies.
Not at all.
So, that may be, I think the core values is what, and that we grew up together.
Yeah. So there's a friendship there that I guess you could say gradually, or that was always on the surface level, and then just as we got to know one another, then it grew from there. So, but I wouldn't trade it. I wouldn't.
I definitely don't want to start over, be out there and have to learn somebody.
I think I just would say no.
Yeah, I don't think. I don't think I would start over.
No.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
That's something we talk about too. Like we've been together for so long. Like I don't know. I don't think if
Nah, I'm good.
I don't think I would start over.
I'm good. I'm getting it wrong. I'm not old, but I'm 42
Yeah, we 42, so
with 3 kids.
yeah, I just ain't up for the challenge.
I don't even want to.
That's what I'm saying.
The challenge we got is enough.
I don't.
And I want to get through it with her.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, I'm good. I thank God that He blessed me with someone that is a friend. And it's fun to go back and talk about, hey, do you remember this when this happened in high school? You know, it's fun.
It is. Just for the I guess nostalgia of it and whatnot. But
it's fun.
In any case, thank you guys for showing up. Just the notes with Coach P.
And your host Lyric, and we will see you guys next time.
See ya.
Peace.